Just a reminder before today's programme that the previous instalment of the Ident Review Extra Christmas specials is still available for you to view. And now, here on AMTV, the Christmas journey continues into the year 1998. Hello, and welcome to this run of Christmas specials for the Ident Review Extra, the show where we take a look at one individual ident each episode and give it the review it deserves. And today we continue our journey through the Christmas idents that represented BBC2 through the 1990s. Grab yourself a hot brew and get comfy. As the 90s were drawing ever closer to their end, people could still count on BBC2 to deliver some quality idents before their favourite programmes. The corporate rebrand of the BBC in 1997 had brought in several new sequences for the channel, many of which grew to become just as iconic as their predecessors. But it's arguable in the last few years that the BBC2 Christmas idents had been somewhat lacking. Christmas of 96 and 97 had debatably been a far cry from the efforts presented in the earlier years of the era, but with Christmas of 98, it was time to challenge that perception once again. So brace yourselves as we get set to look at the Christmas ident for 1998.
Homer becomes Flanders' best friend in 10 minutes on BBC2. First, dogs aren't always cute and cuddly. They can be rather rude.
Well, this is odd. We kick off with some sort of fairy or pixie screaming right in our face before shooting off around the two and then flying off screen. The other character seems to be stuck against the two, unable to get free, and it doesn't really contribute anything further from there. The idea of having the two act as some sort of star on the Christmas tree isn't exactly new. I mean, we had that idea back in 1993, and whilst this one does try to change things up a bit, I would argue it just comes off as being misguided and, quite frankly, a bit all over the place. Who are these characters? Why are they here? What are they doing? My interpretation has always been that they're acting like flies to the bright light of a zapper that is the 2 itself, but we already had a Zapper 2 ident that debuted some years previously, and indeed, if that was the idea here, why not either go for something new or make it look more recognisable to the Zapper sequence? Also, and I know it's just personal preference, but I've never liked how the characters screams at us right from the get-go. That's not what I want to make me feel in the Christmas spirit, you know? Rather surprisingly, Christmas 98 was granted a second life in 2016, this time as part of the Afternoon Classics lineup. So let's have a look at how they presented this sequence in high definition.
Tuning into the natural world of forest elephants in half an hour, meet the scientist who's learned their language and believes she understands what they're thinking. Right now, a chance encounter threatens to complicate things further. Just good friends.
No, still don't like it. Honestly, I just don't like how abrasive and random it all is. These kind of sequences have their place on television, of course, but for BBC2 at Christmas, it just doesn't feel right to me. Whilst Christmas of 96 seemed a misfire for being too plain, as Christmas 97 did to some level too, Christmas 98 just comes off as being a weird mess, wanting to be in your face for no real reason, just like a lot of the late 90s was, to be honest. For me at this point, it's my least favourite BBC2 Christmas ident of this entire era. And that is all for this instalment of the Ident Review Extra. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more nostalgic memories. I've been Martyn from AMTV, and join us next time to look at the Christmas of 1999. A massive thank you to our producer and director patrons for your support towards us here at AMTV. You just help keep us going, and that's massively appreciated. And that does bring us to the end of another evening here on AMTV. We hope you enjoyed the programme. Please do keep supporting the channel with all our festive offerings that we have for you every single day of December. And until you tune in again, we hope to see you next time. Good night.